Peace, this is Star with the Star Blooms. Y'all, I'm sitting outside. It's raining. Um, I couldn't keep going. It's like Spirit keeps on telling me to share the messages that I've been writing down. I have a lot of them, so I'm gonna try to record as many as I can and stop avoiding the fact that I need to share the messages. Um, a lot of the things that we do, especially when we're connecting to energies, allowing ourselves to be open to channel for the collective, it has to be reciprocated, you know. So like, comment, follow, subscribe, share the messages. That's how y'all basically pour back into the space that y'all receiving messages and light from. Don't just watch it, y'all. Um, Make your energy be known because it's felt. A lot of the times when I process things, especially lately, I've been recognizing that there's certain people who are pulling on my energy in a desire to get a message because they don't want to reach out to basically book a reading. We're not doing that. Okay, 111 confirmation. Um, the message that I channeled this at 3:10 day before yesterday, and it was so loud. Spirit kept on saying, "Don't be so quick to cast away your dark days, for they are and become a beacon for cleansing. And in the purge is renewal, which is new water, which springs forth new beginnings." A lot of the times we don't recognize that we are in the midst of something. We always want to have, a lot of the times, we may want to have that quick fix, you know, the thing that gets us to the new rate, the thing that allows us and aligns us to what it is that we're desiring, the favorable exchange, the favorable outcome. My apologies, but it's a reason why Spirit has me even doing it like this, to hear these cards going back and forth, because I feel like that's a rate that a lot of people, once you start attuning yourself and you start to get in an alignment, a lot of people don't recognize how it's like that Eight of Wands energy, how fast things could come in for you when you allow it to. But when you're wanting to constantly get into the thing that's most favorable to you, you don't allow yourself to benefit from what it is that you could perceive if you just allow yourself to digest it. I keep on hearing it's deeper than that. It's bigger than that. It's more to it than what you're wanting to see. But if you're wanting to stay surface, if you're wanting to have, the good days, the pretty days without the rain, the days where things don't, require you to feel the heavy moments, the heavy feelings, you really don't allow yourself to really release or purge. And you'll be in the midst of your phoenix rising. Aligned to the rates of being able to overcome, so that you could be able to operate within your magic, because there's so much more for you there versus you wanting to stay consistent in the thing that always feels good. I promise you, going towards the things that feel good is definitely alignment and agreement as well. However, allowing yourself to not be so harsh to judge seasonal cycles and transition and changes allows you the ability to fully succumb to whatever it is that you're being called to go through. And it allows you to channel within that energy what it was that you needed to alchemize so you could be able to cultivate it at a new rate. When I was listening to them speak about the new waters and how it comes in to cast us at a rate to where we get to finally purge for renewal, and how the waters basically brings memories, and how these memories speak truth to what it is that we're calling for the cleanse. A lot of the times we don't recognize how much in our emotions we're not allowing ourselves to fully breathe and be free in what it is that we're feeling. And because we don't allow ourselves to fully breathe and be free in it, we're wanting things to be, I keep on hearing this shushing energy, and imagine, I don't know what I did, but it's still at the bottom. Imagine if you're in this rate to where you recognize that you're being called to spring out, burst out. I'm in my phoenix rising. I'm at this new rate with myself, and you're wanting to do it at a rate like, oh, Nick and Neil, I'm hush, shh, no, let's be quiet. Things have been good. You're wanting to make the really, really dark days bright. You want to be the light that you always are, and watch how you emit and you illuminate in your circumstances, which allows you to perceive it at a rate to where you could be like, okay, this moment, this experience makes me feel this. I'm experiencing this energy. What is this energy coming to teach me? Maybe you might not be so psychological with it. Some of us, our mind has been set up in an analytical rate to where we have the ability to detach in a rate to where we can understand and perceive the lessons. Maybe you're one of those people who allow yourself to be moved in the emotions. Allow that if that's where you at, all right? But also honor the rate to where you get to process it when you come back. You know, when you come back to it. Because I won't say it in a crazy way, but I'll say it this way. There's been what I could process in the energy, a lot of rage baiting, okay? And because there's so much rage baiting happening, what's rage baiting? People who do things to be able to trigger certain energies and certain emotions in a group of people, systematically, culturally, so on and so forth. It could be more personal. It could be, relationship-wise, so on and so forth. 555. Allow yourself to be at a rate to where you honor your emotions so well that whatever emotion you're processing in and at, you align to the truth of it, and you always allow yourself to come back to a rate of clarity so that you could be able to evaluate, the goal is definitely to get to the point to where you're not always being externally moved, regardless of what external triggers and factors come into play. You get to be at the position into where you could basically anchor yourself in an environment, in a space, and in engagement with things that aren't always, I don't know why I'm saying like poking the bear, but it shouldn't be a rate to where that's the case. But if you're at that rate, honor that rate and heal from that space by starting to acknowledge you within you. A lot of the times we always want it to be, group therapy where we have all of these moments where everybody needs to be accountable. Everybody's not going to be at a rate to where they want to be accountable. There's so many people in this environment, in these constructs, to where we're dealing with people who aren't even aware of themselves. And when you're dealing with so many people who aren't self-aware, you have to get at a rate to where, especially when you're healing, to where you allot the space and the freedom for them to be in their choosing and at their state of awareness for themselves, while you still honor what it is that you're healing through and healing to. It's not always, thank you, Spirit, it's not always a situation to where you have to constantly convince others to be in engagement with you. It's not necessary. So when you recognize that you're calling forth something new, also honor the cycles that come to a close. Also honor the purges that come in to cleanse and call in the renewal, so that springing forth of the new waters, of the new opportunities, of the new beginnings to fully cultivate within you. It's something about your being and your embodying that allows you to finally have the things that you want and you require. I thank y'all for listening to this message. I hope it finds you where you need it to be. Thank you to Archangel Michael for cloaking, shielding, covering my energy and my auric field. I prayed before I got on here, but I'm going to do it again. Thank you to my benevolent ancestors who are in alignment with me at this time, high vibrational, connecting to me as my highest vibrational frequency rate and connecting me to my highest timeline. Thank you to the Most High who is channeling through me rays of truth and clarity, as am I. There's so much. Abracadabra, make it so. I say Asheo. I just want you guys to know that when you allow yourself to fully envelop in all of it that you're being called to, it allows you to really, really be at a rate to where you get to finally see you and your making. You and your making. What are you really made of? Sometimes you don't know you like you should know you, right? And when you go through things, when you go through experience, it be that wisdom from that experience that allows you to be able to say, the dark days came, the rain came, but look, it watered those flowers. Look, that water washed away the remnants of the things that was there before. Look, the flood came in, but it eased a pathway where there wasn't a pathway before, but now there's a new route. You could give it the light and shed the eyes upon it that allows you to fully perceive what is happening for you, because sometimes there's so much more happening behind the scenes that you may not fully see until it occurs for you and within you. Peace. I hope you have a dope day. Continue to like, comment, follow, subscribe, share the messages as y'all see fit, especially if they're in resonance with you. If they do resonate, take them back in meditation. Peace. I hope y'all can hear this message.